Hi everybody, welcome to Art with Carol online once again. I have for you today a fun little art lesson. It's a 1-point perspective in an aquarium setting. And because I'm here and didn't have it at home and I didn't have a chance to go get any of my art supplies, I've managed to cobble a few things from home. What you definitely will need is a pencil, probably an eraser, and I'm using a Sharpie. For my background, I managed to find a highlighter, a blue highlighter, so you could use that if you wanted to. Or if I had my choice, I would use color pencils because it just doesn't take as much to color it in with color pencils. But I don't have any color pencils at home. I do have these paint sticks, so I opted to use the paint sticks for the fish. The last thing you need is a straight edge, a ruler. I don't have a ruler even at home with me, believe it or not. So any kind of straight edge, I'm just using this file. All right, so I'll give you a second, just stop the video, go get your supplies, and then come on back. All right, everyone, so here's a 1-point perspective. Remember to show depth. We just start wide and get more narrow. So what we're going to do first off is you can start with your pencil, or you can start with your Sharpie or black marker or black pencil crayon. It's up to you. And we're just going to draw a line from the bottom left-hand corner all the way up to the top right-hand corner. Okay, we're going to make a big X. So just like this. And then the other way on the other side. So let's see, just like this. Now, sometimes I say you could just be organic, just do freehand. With this particular project, I thought it might be best to have really straight lines, but if you don't have a straight edge, something that you could use as a straight edge, then feel free and do it freehand. All right, so now this is like our floor, and all of this around here is going to be our aquarium. So we want to make a checkered floor. So to do that, what we're going to do is just in this one middle section right here, we're just going to draw lines, maybe a finger width apart. Again, you can start with your pencil, or you can go right into using your marker. And I'm going to go again about 1 finger width apart. Make another line. And again, make another line. If you hear some tapping, it's my dog. He wants out. He doesn't need to go out. He just wants to go out and drink the cold water in the puddles. There we go. I'm going to keep going, and notice the lines are getting smaller and smaller, getting more and more narrow as we go up. It's going to make it look like it's far away at the end. Then when you get, I've got this much left. It is a finger space, but I'm just going to go ahead and give one more little line. Okay, so like that. After you have that done, just pause the video anytime you need to. Okay, next we want to make the checkerboard, and we're going to go from the very center down towards the bottom edge. So I'm going to use my nice little straight edge here, and I want to get right up there into the center, and I'm going to come down, looks like about 2 finger widths apart for me with my big fingers. There. Then I'm going to go about 2 widths apart again. The middle, I'm going to be right at that center point again. And I'm going to spread it out, so I'm about 2 finger widths apart here. I'm going to do that again. Always meeting back up in the middle. There we go. Now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go from this side. It's because I want to make sure I have enough room all the way around. Let's see. I'm gonna go again. And see, I've got a wide one there. That'll be my last one. I'm going to try to divide that. There. Now you have your floor, except that we have to color it in to make it checkerboard looking. So we're going to start down here in the first square on the left, and we're going to color that in black, or you could use a different color. Maybe you want your floor to be a red checkerboard. That's good, or green, or whatever you want. So we're going to color that first square down in that left-hand corner, or the right hand if you want to start on the right. Now, this is one line here, getting smaller and smaller. So I'm going to miss the next one, and then I'm going to color in the next one. If you think you might forget what you're doing, you could do like this. That one's going to be black, that one's going to stay white. This is going to be black, that's going to stay white. This one's going to be black, that's going to stay white. Okay? So if that helps you, you can just mark them, just a little check mark or something with your pencil to remind you which ones are getting colored in. Want to try to be as straight as we can. See, I went a little bit over there, so I'm actually just going to make that a little wider. And I'm going to color this one. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to just do a little bit more. Then I'm going to, you can turn off the video and you'll be able to start, you'll be able to finish this, and then we'll move on to the next part. I'm going to put a little dab up there. So then my next one, I always want my black, just the points, to be touching the next one. So I'm leaving this one white, and this one's going to be black. I'm leaving this one white, this one's going to be black. I'm leaving that one white, this one's going to be black. That one's going to be white, this is going to be black. And then this one's going to be black, this one's going to be black, this one's going to be black, this one's going to be black. So you see how we're just alternating it? So then I would color all of this one nice and carefully, then all of this one, and we're just going to keep going all the way across until you have the whole floor done. When you get really near the top to that tiny area, if you see that you have too many black ones together, here's what I did. See this little tiny white one here? If I needed part of it to be black, I would just cut it in half, and I would make whichever part black needs to be black. Okay, so that's going to be like this little part would probably have to be black. But start at the bottom. You could even start going each line, or you can go across this way. Black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. And then your next line, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, right? I'm not going to finish coloring all mine in because it's going to take too long to download this video. You turn it off and you get that part finished. Okay, so now we want to do the walls. Now the best way that I've found to do the walls, and I'm actually going to start with my pencil because I want to make sure they're kind of even. And I'm going to start, see this little point in the bottom left that's the end of the floor? I'm going to draw a straight line up to the top, like that. Then I'm going to skip the next one and I'm going to put another one, straight line, so don't bend it, make sure it's nice and straight from the point straight up. The main thing is that you just want to have some spaced out lines. It doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same as mine or if you have more than me. I'm going to put one more right about here. Now, I don't know if you can see that, so I'm going to go over it in black, and then I'm going to take this straight edge off so you can see the whole thing. So straight lines going up and up and up, like that. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I started down here in this very first corner of the floor, the corner of the black. I'm going to come along and I'm going to do the same on this side. I want to make sure I have it even. I'm going to do, there we go. And then the next one was here. I'm going to come right across this line and I'm going to make it straight up from there. The next one was across here at this point, so I'm going to come straight up from there. Again, they don't have to be exactly even. The main thing, this one I did right about in the middle, so of that. So I'm just going to go straight up. The main thing is that your lines are straight up and down. Okay? All right, there's our sides. Now we've got to do the dome on top of each line to make it look like it's a rounded, like a rounded hallway, rounded aquarium that we're walking through, like a tube. So for this, I turn it upside down, and I am also going to do this in pencil first, and I'm going to have like a little happy face smiley line. Okay? Now, I don't know how well you can see it, so I'm going to color it in right away. There you go. Then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to make a smiley from that to that. So, okay. There we go. Just try to get it even. It doesn't have to be exact. Then now we're getting really wide from here to here. So I'm going to go around like this. And then the last one is coming right out of the picture. So this is coming right off the end of the picture, which is great. So this one, I just have to go around like this, stop there, come back on this side, and go there. Okay? Stop the video if you need to. Do some erasing if you need to. On my first one, I had to do a little bit of erasing for sure, just to get my domes fairly even. Okay, they don't have to be perfect. Okay, now you're ready to put in whatever sea creatures you want in your little aquarium. So you can see I've got kind of a little dolphin guy here. I've got a starfish. I made a few jellyfish here, some little fish, maybe, I don't know, just little tiny fish, anchovies or something swimming together. I've got a turtle in there. I've got another fish here, some kelp here. So you can do whatever fish you want to do. You could do some eels. So the main thing is, so I'm going to just do this and start, like just do some of this little seagrass here. I'm going to use my marker so that you can see it. And we want to keep this black line here because remember all these sea creatures and all this sea life are behind this glass, right? So just make yourself some kelp, or, you know, you can have your stuff any way at all. They don't have to be exactly the same as mine. And I would just I would just draw those in pencil, but I want you to be able to see them. So I would draw them in pencil and then just color them. You can see here that I haven't outlined everything in black because I want it to look a little more muted, not standing out. Okay, then you could put your little fish up here. There you go, little guy there. You could put jellyfish. I put mine up in the corner, but they could be anywhere. You could put some jellyfish with their tentacles coming, floating along. They're going that way. So I'm going to do a couple here. And their tentacles are crossing each other. You could put starfish, any kind of fish that you want to put. I'll put a little fish here, give you an idea if you're not sure how to draw a fish. It's kind of like an eye, or you can make it totally an eye. And then just give them some tail fins. Give him some dorsal fins. Give him an eye, you can give him a smile. You can give him, you can do a line across to make it look like his coloring is different on his body than in his face. You could do scales like this. And then you're going to color it in. Color each of those things in as I did here. Just color them any colors you want. I was feeling a little bit concerned because my paint tubes that I was using are kind of fat tipped, but I managed to do it. When you get that all finished, then obviously you're going to go back and you're going to fill in all the blue. And this is where it's really handy if you have a color pencil. I don't, so I just started down here with my highlighter. You can go right over that black line because the Sharpie, it won't smudge. The main thing here is you don't want to get the blue down onto the floor because then it'll look like it's leaking, right? So make sure you're careful there to color in. And then you're just going to go around all your animals, sea life animals that you've colored, and you're going to color the whole thing in with some kind of a nice sea color blue. And make sure that when you're coloring, don't go side to side because this is going up, right? So when you have something that's up, like the side walls, you want to try to go up and down, and we don't want scribbling. We want to be able to fill in all the white areas. So not like this, right? That's not enough. No, we want to fill in all those areas really, really well to make it look as nice and smooth and it's full of water. When you get to the top part, then you can go around. Okay, and you're going to color all of that. So I'm going to stop here and I'll put my picture up one more time, my completed one, so that you have a chance to look at it. You can think about different sea creatures and how you might want to present them if you want to. I see I've got a little bit of a shadow here. There we go. So do it your way, and when you're finished, get someone to take a picture of it for you and send it to me or to your teacher. That would be great, and I will be so happy to post them on the Facebook page. So thanks, you guys. Have fun and enjoy this project.